good evening, and good night, YouTube. This is Taylor speaking, of course, man. Yo, I'm so fucking pissed. When I tell you I recorded everything, deleted it by accident, and here we are. It would have been so tough. But alas, we have to move on now. This dude almost freaking ran into me just now. What the hell? But today I want to talk about just dreaming, you know what I mean? How big would you dream if you knew that you would never fail? I feel like as a kid, everybody has these grand dreams. They want to be an astronaut. They want to be a doctor. They have their reasons as to why they want to be these things. And as you get older, your mind shifts. And for some reason, these dreams that were once perceivable to you become imperceivable. They become imperceivable. Why is that? Why is it that we give up on ourselves as we get older? It's because we realize that to get to these places we need money. We think that we're not as smart as we are. I heard somebody say I don't know why it resonated with me, but this is what they said. They said somewhere along the line, a teacher told you were stupid, and you believed them. Not a bad test taker. Just someone told you were stupid and you motherfucking believed them. And I feel like it's the same with our dreams. It corresponds the same. It's because of the fact somewhere along the line you told yourself that you couldn't do it. And you believed yourself. Why not? Why couldn't you do it? I feel like personally, and this is not being cocky, this is not being prideful, but God willing, I can achieve anything I want in this world. I seen the thing with Kanye. Kanye said to himself, he said to this reporter, if I wanted to join the NBA, I could. He had such a belief in himself, such confidence, that he felt if he could put his mind to it, he could achieve anything. And that's what you have to have in yourself if you want to achieve any dream. You can't doubt yourself for a second. Why? Why doubt yourself? If you wanted to quit, you should have quit years ago. There's so much more to a dream than just actually achieving the dream. They say success is a blueprint. And if you follow people that have already achieved success, you can see how they got there. And most of the time, there are some exceptions, it was through hard work. It was through working their asses off, some sleepless nights, some days when they didn't think they were gonna make it, when times are too fucking hard. There comes a time in every victor's life when it seems like there's gonna be no sunshine. There's no winning in the end. It's only defeat. But it's within that moment where you're either a winner or a loser. The winner is going to persevere. The loser is going to crash, burn, sink, and give up on themselves. Now, if you want to be a winner, you got to win. Do not mistake losing as losing. You can lose and still win. There is a difference. But if you're a loser, you're a loser. Now, you may be asking yourself, what the fuck's he yapping about, dude? If you can win and still lose, you can lose and still win? This dude's talking bullshit. No. You can lose and still win. What I mean by that is, folks, ever you gain in life, you can choose to look at it, let's just say for now, you can choose to look at it in two ways. One, why did this happen to me? And two, this happened to me for a reason. Now, one of these mentalities is going to cause you to lose. The second is going to cause you to grow. If you start to look at everything as a positive, and not everything has to be positive, but when you start to try to shift things more towards a positive light, you're going to realize that a lot of things in life are not as deep as they seem. That thing that you were worrying about doesn't really mean shit. That girl that you were stressing about, God bless her soul, but she doesn't really mean shit. And if you're watching this, that guy you were stressing about, he doesn't really mean shit, right? It's what you decide to give your time to and what you choose to defeat you that will cause you to lose. But if you choose to look at everything as a learning lesson, you will realize that everything is here in this world. God placed everything in this world for you to build you up. I'm sure you heard the saying, God gives his strongest battles to his strongest soldiers, or his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. There's a reason for that. If he didn't think that you could handle it, he wouldn't have gave you the assignment. But instead, you decided to pity yourself. You decided to make excuses for why you don't go to the gym. I'll tell you something, man. Nobody's going to come in here and lift these weights for you. Nobody's going to get big for you. Nobody's going to do that shit. It's only you. You can come in here with friends, try and get big, talk here and there. At the end of the day, if you don't lift the weights, you ain't going to grow. It's that simple. If you don't eat, you ain't going to grow. It's that simple. Most of the things in life are very simple. Most of the things are. But we decide to overcomplicate it. We start to think the first way instead of the second way. We start to think to ourselves, why did this happen to me? Instead of, what am I supposed to learn from this lesson? And you hear me talk about it in every talk that we have. You're supposed to learn from the lesson that God gives you, not repeat them over and over. Because if you do, you're going to be in that endless cycle until you learn what you have to learn. You're wondering why? I just sliced myself with my nail. Holy shit. I need to cut them motherfuckers. Damn, this shit not even sharp, bro. I just cut my shit. Look at that shit. Can you see that? Damn. Wondering to yourself, back on track. Wondering to yourself, why do I keep falling in love with toxic girls? Because there's something within you that's drawing them to you. You're going to draw negativity to you if that's all you surround yourself with. You're going to draw positivity to you once you change your mindset. You're attracted to these things, or they're attracted to you because that's all you know. You gotta shift what's up here. Once you shift up here, I'm telling you, life will begin to change. Money back guaranteed if it doesn't. For me, once I really realized, and I'm going to talk about this more in the next video, that life is literally just a mindset thing, you'll be fucking surprised at what you could do. You'll be surprised at the strength that you fucking have. All in all, what I'm saying right now, don't put yourself in a cage. Humans aren't meant to be in cages. So why put yourself in a cage? Your brain is so vast and wondrous that you can imagine something and it can come true. Isn't that crazy? You can think of something that you want. And if you think about it hard enough, if you put the work in towards that, you can make it come true. That shit's crazy, man. When you start to look at every day as a fucking blessing and not just why did I wake up today, that's when you realize. That's when you realize, man, that you're a powerful being, a force to be reckoned with. Nothing can touch you once you have that shield over you. God's protection, yo, that shit is real, bro. Once you realize that nothing can get to you, you're unstoppable. Don't get angered. Once you learn to control that should be another talk, man. I might talk about that after this lift. Once you control your emotions, that's another talk. That's another talk. And to the person who I'm saying this for, you know who I'm talking to. But how could I forget? Boy! What a beautiful day it is to get big, gentlemen. We're about to get some serious fucking gains right now, dude. I don't know about you, but I'm fucking excited. I feel like a motherfucking bastard today, man, for the chest back. I didn't even get to talk about what we're about to do today. Chest fucking back day, bro. It's about to get wicked, dude. It's about to get fucking wicked. Nonetheless, enjoyed this conversation so far. Let's get some money.
Pan it down here. You see it's about 3 o'clock in the morning and there's not a car or a person in sight. If you pan over here, it's the same thing. Not a car or a person in sight. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from there's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. I had to invent a guy that didn't exist. I had to invent a guy that can take any pain, any suffering, any kind of judgment. I had to build this callous mind, and I built it through suffering.
You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. And like normal society is like, let's talk about this and let's engage in this. And I can't do it. I just don't, people are talking to me and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
And a lot of times you have to learn to perform without motivation. You have to learn to perform without purpose. You have to learn to perform a lot of different things. And that's what people think. They think I need to have this motivation to work out, to study, to be better. And that's where you fail. You have to learn to train your mind well beyond motivation. If you have motivation, that's great. That's some kindling to the fire. But motivation, you have to learn to exist without it. You have to learn to be your best self when you're least motivated. Motivation is just a word. You have to have these different things in your mind on where you want to go and know that motivation is not going to get me there.
Don't take today off. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear. Shut that down. Do not listen to that little voice. Instead, go through the motions. Lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed.
I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. I can't swim. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. I realize if I keep going back and going back and going back, your mind will say, okay, we're going to figure it out.
It'll find a way.
Because he is not going to stop.
The desire to rest was just weakness. It was just the desire to take the path of least resistance, the downhill path, the easy path. And by simply going through the motions, you overcame that path. And you stayed on the righteous path, the disciplined path. You stayed on the war path, which is right where you know that you belong.
I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself. And no one really finds himself without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability.
A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
If you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? Nothing. I can't live that way.
When you quit, your mind says we're done. So it doesn't expand. There's no expansion when you quit. This sucks. I'm drowning. I'm miserable. I'm suffering. I'm broken, but I'm not going anywhere. What happens to your mind is it does this. I had two options. To either be that 300-pound guy who sprayed for cockroaches and made $1,000 a month, and at 24 years old, knowing I can reflect on this and think about what guy I never became, or I can totally just sack it up and fail and fail and fail until I succeed.
You are your own worst enemy. You waste precious time dreaming of the future instead of engaging in the present. Since nothing seems urgent to you, you're only half involved in what you do. You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether.
Yo, when I fucking tell you I'm fucking pissed that I didn't get that fucking 3 places down for 30, bro, I'm fucking tight, dude. I think it was honestly, it was bound to happen. I was fatigued and whatnot. I'm almost done in general, so after this, we're probably gonna hit. I'm gonna hit chest fly machine, then low to highs, then high to lows, and obviously incline right behind me. So then after that, yeah, should be done. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hungry as shit, bro. I didn't think I was gonna be in here this long. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking cooked. Hasn't been the best workout, but those are the days that you gotta go the hardest, you know what I mean? So I was expecting great things, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I'm still pushing, I'm still fighting, I'm still grinding, still moving the weight that I thought I would, but I don't know. I think I was just chasing that high, and I didn't get that high that I wanted, but we're still gonna do it. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, lords and ladies.
But I realized I wasn't born this motherfucker. I made him. At the bottom of insecurities, fear, self-doubt, lies, was me buried in the fucking fetal position. How I got out of that was recognizing it, being honest with it, being truthful with it, and then fixing it. We like to live on social media with lies about ourselves and how great we are. Get to the source and fix the problem.
You ain't no boy no more. This ain't no base. This ain't no, I want to go party. I'm not trying to be party no more. Now it's time to create a legacy now. You had your fun. Now get to work.
There's 1,000 people trying to do exactly what you're trying to do. And after 3 years, that 1,000 goes down to 100 because everybody quits, okay? And now you're competing against 100. And then 3 more years go by, and out of that 100, there's 20, okay? So now 6 years in, out of 1,000 people, there's only 20 left. And then 3 more years out of that 20, there's 10. This is how it works. It's persistence, it's fortitude, it's grit, it's persevering the hard times, it's pushing through the times when everybody else quits. It's pushing through those times that produce the greatness that everybody searches to have. And then when you become great at that craft and everybody else has quit, you feel super fulfilled because you're confident, you know what you're doing. You've been doing it for 12 years and everybody else quit. And then you're way ahead of the 1,000 people who are starting this year, the same path you're on. So those people are easy money for you. You just beat their asses. This is how the game works.
They're laughing because they're noticing.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but you know what?
Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break them down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough. It's just about making sure your internal dialogue and your internal belief in yourself is strong enough.
If they not laughing, then you should be a little concerned about what you're doing.
If you don't see what I do every single day, then I can't pay attention to what you say about me every single day. You don't know what time I wake up. You don't know how often I train. You don't know what I put my body through. You only see the finished product.
If you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different.
Look in the mirror, motherfucker, it's you versus you.
When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember, it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
You're not in a rut. That's just the way shit is. Okay, when you do the same thing day in and day out, 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 it gets mundane. It gets boring. This is why most people quit. This is why most people can't be successful, because they cannot master the mundane nature of becoming successful. It is about day in and day out execution. And a lot of those days are going to look the exact same. And so when you think that you're in a rut, what you really are is you're in a place where most other people quit because it's boring. And so you have to understand that mastering these boring days is the part that nobody else can do, because they feel the same way you feel now. Even though you're winning, even though you're doing great, you are sitting there saying, fuck, this is boring, this sucks, I don't know, what else do you want? You do know the answer to your own question. You need to quit being a bitch.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. So no matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do.
At 4 o'clock in the morning every day, before anybody else. And grounding my thought process is in the no one will outwork me. No one. I love and I respect you guys. Motherfuckers won't outwork me.
Get back to work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the noise. Get back to the mental lab. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind.
If you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already.
I'll never give up.
We have a bunch of people that want to point fingers and defer responsibility off to anything and the one thing that can change their entire lives. And that's looking in the mirror and saying, fuck you, man. You did this to me, you made me this way, and I'm gonna fix it. And I'm gonna fix it by controlling all the things I can control. I'm gonna control what I eat. I'm gonna control...
Bad, brother. Sorry, sir. You all good, bro? What a motherfucking workout that was, gentlemen. God damn. I couldn't really capture shit the way I wanted to, man, just because there was mad heads in here today, bro. Mad freaking heads, and like I just felt the energy was off, bro. Usually when I record in there, like people are like friendly and shit, but today it just felt like everybody was watching me and shit, and so I was getting a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was getting nervous, bro. So hopefully you guys still enjoy it. I didn't get to talk as much throughout, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. And yeah, you know, we're about to have a little car conversation. As I said before, it's a beautiful fucking lift. One thing that I want you guys to take away from what I'm saying today is that I don't know if you believe in God. I'm not gonna sit here and tote God this, God that. I don't know what you believe in, but whatever or whoever you believe in is going to throw you curveballs. And there might be some right hooks left mixed in there. There might be some straights. There might be some uppercuts. But you got to learn how to roll with every punch thrown at you. Life isn't going to always give you exactly what you want. You're going to have bad days. It's expected. You're going to have shitty days. But it's what you do after those days that matter. It's not about what's happening in that moment. It's about what you do after. You have to, this is what I want you guys to do. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this who you want to be? Do a 2-minute exercise. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself if this is who you want to be. Are you a fat fuck? You skinny as shit? What are you gonna do about it? Take the time. Like, this is serious. Take the time to really, really dig deep and ask yourself, are you okay with the way that things are now? And if you're not, what are you gonna do to change that? It's a beautiful day to get big, gentlemen. Beautiful day to get big. It's a beautiful lift. Pump is great. But you gotta really sit and ask yourself that. You have to change your mentality and tell yourself, I tell my girlfriend all the time, you have to really think you're the best in whatever you do. Because there's always going to be someone out there working harder than you, trying to do exactly what you're doing. They say there's 1,000 people doing what you're doing, trying to get exactly what you want. And you think that you're working hard enough? You dead seriously think you're working hard enough? That's a bit pretentious, isn't it? Look yourself in the mirror and want more. I'm not saying you should be unsatisfied. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be content with being normal. You say you want to be great, but you do normal things. That ain't gonna get you there. It's not gonna get you there. If you want to be great, you got to do great things. If you want to be exceptional, you got to do exceptional things. You don't become exceptional doing normal shit. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. I used to pity being a man. Why do I have to go through this loneliness? And the ones that know what I'm talking about. The loneliness that comes with being a man. I used to really wonder, is this what it means to be a man? But in that, the lesson was to build a mental fortitude that we can withstand any pressure. And you guys will hear me use these quotes from the songs that I have in the podcast that I have in my workouts. You can't become a diamond if you can't handle the pressure. If you fold under the pressure, you're not a diamond. And that's real shit. You have to expect that shit ain't gonna always go your way. And those bad days are what really, really matters. You're not always gonna be motivated. You're not always going to be motivated, but those days really, really count for something. You think that I got here by being motivated every day? You think I wanted to go to the gym every day? You think I spawned in already muscular? No. I worked my fucking ass off. But nobody wants to do what's hard. Everybody wants what's easy nowadays. And no offense, that's why there are men turning into women and women turning into men. Nobody wants to be who they are. They want to run away from it. You can agree with me, you cannot disagree. You can choose to disagree with me. That's your choice. But you got to search deep down and really find out who you are and not run away from it. Nobody wants to struggle as a man anymore. Why? That's where the beauty is. When you fall in love with obstacles, knowing that you're going to overcome it every single time, that you will overcome it somehow, you're gonna be unstoppable. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna be unstoppable. If being built, being jacked was easy, there would be 1,000 jacked people walking around every day. But motherfuckers are fat. Motherfuckers are skinny as shit because it's fucking hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But it's not easy. It's hard. Everything you want is on the other side of hard, man. But you have to learn to persevere. You have to learn to persevere. That's where the beauty is, man. You have to fall in love with the journey. The journey is the best part. Every time I look back at where I used to be, I look back and I just smile, because during that time I used to think, is shit ever gonna get better? You don't realize that it's already planned. It's gonna be better, so why not be hopeful already? Why already think the negatives when the positives are right around the corner? You have to start shifting the way that you think, because the outcome is already determined. There's already a positive waiting for you. You just don't see it yet. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen or it isn't real. With that, lords and ladies, follow me on all socials at Taylord__. I'm sorry for the fucking sadness talk or the motivating talk, whichever way you want to look at it, man. It's a beautiful day to get big. Look at the sun hitting my fucking face, man. Look at that shit. Come on, dude. It's time to be great, man. It's time to be great. With that, lords and ladies, I have an exciting announcement next video. Stay freaking tuned. I have an exciting announcement. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Good morning, good evening, good night. Wherever you are. Peace.